to the Smart Nonsense podcast where we talk about smart nonsense.
I feel like we weren't fully synced on that.
No, we can blame
Firework.
the interwebs for that one, but we're real time. That should have
Hey,
been
dude,
synced.
special episode. Season 10, episode 2. One of my favorite YouTubers, Michael Reeves, has dropped a new video. And he does that like once in a blue moon.
Talk about my studio setup.
Oh.
For this.
Oh. Well, I kind of forgot because it's not coming through the laptop, the video that I see. But people should watch this on YouTube. Cack. Because what? You dialed it in, right?
That's like when I built the little fucking bookshelf over here and you're like, oh, you live in a college dorm room. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude.
I mean, you tell me, how's
so proud of that.
How's the new lighting? How's the new video feel now that you're a content creator?
Well, I mean, I can definitely, on the little monitor, I can see that my skin looks white, but the background lights are yellow, which is funny, but it's close enough, dude. But dude, tell me about Michael Reeves. I don't mean to make it about me.
A special episode of the podcast because Michael Reeves posts like once every 10 years, and they're just the most cracked out posts when he does. And so I was like, what we're gonna watch is amazing for a lot of reasons, and so I just thought it'd be kind of fun to watch live. As we not that this is an attempt to figure out how this podcast works or what it is, but
because we're streamers now.
Because we're streaming. Next we try streaming.
Remember when we tried to do this live? I remember we tried to, in the early days, we tried to do a live podcast. Because we're like, hey, we don't edit it anyway, so why not do it live?
Get out. You're so right.
It was literally like Instagram Live or something.
It was like a Musk elimination algorithm of like, if we're not editing these, we might as well just do them straight to air.
Low-key might be the solution, too. Boot up YouTube.
Oh my God. Well, no, it was a disaster. Because
I know.
Wait,
I think
weren't we trying to stream? Weren't we trying to stream live to like 6 platforms?
Yeah, dude. Somehow that made sense. It's like when people aren't watching one, stream to all of them. It's like, fuck, dude. Maybe you'll catch a fish if you throw out 6 hooks. But we didn't.
Oh,
no
that's
fish.
A deep cut. That's a deep cut. I think it was with a guest too.
Oh, that might be real.
I think it was with a guest, like maybe Ian Lapham.
This is really deep. Yeah, so we'll get into the live stream. I'm glad we're giving that a second shot, but not live stream. I mean, I didn't even want to talk about that. At least not yet. I've just been too excited about our new.
You're gonna bury the lead. You're gonna bury the Michael Reeves lead.
Well, I don't even know. I don't know if people came for Michael Reeves.
I came for Michael Reeves.
Oh, yeah, I'm burying your lead. Yeah.
What's your
I'm
new
just stoked.
excitement?
My new excitement is one. I don't have a faster reaction time than an F1 driver, and
dude,
what does that mean?
Context.
What does that, dude? No, I put the lead up front and then unbury it. What does that mean? I was scrolling Twitter and fucking crazy feeds these days. I just sent a tweet of like this one really crazy feed. But
Kanye's going crazy today, yeah.
Yeah, and Elon's there and Trump and everything. But in that feed, there's a tweet that's like F1 drivers. I could probably read it if I wanted to, but it's like they have really fast reaction time. See if you can beat them. Click this link. And then, I mean, dude, I've watched every episode of Drive to Survive. I'm a big F1 guy in the background. Maybe one of the #1 sports I follow. And so I went to click the link, and I'm like, wait a second, dude. This feels a lot like what you sent me a day or two ago, where you click in and there's just like instantly fucking the stopwatch is going, and now you're like, oh my God.
What I sent you was our minimum viable SAT smart nonsense game.
Right. And so I just felt that feeling, and I'm like, oh my God. One, and ads don't work on me. I refuse.
He's invincible. Don't you buy a bunch of Instagram ads? Like, what do you mean ads don't work on you?
No. They don't.
You're a chimp.
No. I did. My dad did get Instagram chimp shirts though, for sure. I just receive. I don't get. Point is, if this worked on me, there's a nug of something really good right here. And so I sent it to the chat, and I'm like, hey, this has to be our ad when we make it. And I realized, oh wait, what if this was just our viral game? And we kind of, fuck, dude, I just saw stars for a second. And then we went on a call and just kind of we were brain blasting back and forth. I think we have a good nug from the last episode. I think we talked about like do a nug, send a nug, like do a problem, send a problem. That can be really viral. But this felt like, my realization was like, just have this on the homepage. Like you go to brainblast.com and it's just like the second you open it, there's just a fucking clock going. Like, where the fuck am I? Why is there a clock going? And then you just see a problem. It's kind of like Google. Like there's only one thing on the screen. You're like, what the fuck is this? But that is our landing page. I think it could create like a crazy wow moment, get adrenaline going. Like you're not used to adrenaline on websites, but you see a fucking like a bomb countdown timer going or count up timer, and it's memorable. So I got really excited about that, and then I wanted to compare my score to you guys, and so I'm like, who's faster? And then we think, this could be like Wordle, where there's just like one problem a day, and you see who's the fastest, and you stack it up against your friends, and everyone's doing it at the same time.
Here's the problem, Pop.
Okay.
That's all wonderful. Fine and dandy.
Oh, I know. You want to watch your video.
Yeah.
Making Duolingo. Wants to watch Michael Reeves.
This guy's making Duolingo. I want to watch Michael Reeves. No, it is very exciting. And it's been very exciting getting back to, and what I keep telling you and Krishna is like, there's a lot of obviously exciting ideas flying around. I'm like, hey guys.
I know. I get what you're Yoda. You're Yoda. I get it.
I'm Yoda. I'm like, and we almost don't need to talk about anything else until I can do a math problem and send a math problem. But no, huge breakthroughs. That F1 game was. You didn't mention this F1 game you're talking about, and beautiful little ad was built on Replit. As we're playing it, we noticed that the URL is like maddie149.replit.app. Right. And we're like, whoa, like we just played a Replit app.
Yeah, he had a normal URL on the ad, and it just hyperlinks to this thing. It's like, we could literally do that. My question is like, this gets into uncharted territory where it's like, when you're building something, like what is the sequence of events? Like, what do you build? And this is where we talk about like the monkey on the pedestal playing a violin. Do you teach it to play the violin or build the pedestal? And like, I just keep referring to that, and I like it from Google, Google X. But like, I'm like, I know Yoda wants. Sorry, what?
If the listener's lost with the monkey on the pedestal, it'd be really helpful to just subscribe, lock in, and listen to these every single day, because we were talking about it yesterday.
Yeah, sometimes they get dark though. So if you subscribe, there's happy days and sad days. Today's a happy day. So point is like, when you're building this thing, how do you build it? Right? Do you just build Yoda's thing, which is just like sending messages to your friends to do problems? That's kind of cool. But at the same time, we want to build this course, and like if that goes viral, I don't want to say like cat's out of the bag, but I kind of like the idea of being stealth until like you have everything ready to just fucking unleash on the world. And I think we have magic, and it's not bottled correctly yet, but we can bottle it easily. And I'm like, let's like build the pedestal, because we know the monkey's playing notes, dude. We can teach him music, but he's playing notes. And I'm like, you're like, hey, let's teach the monkey how to play. And I'm like, no, he's not standing on anything. No one can see him. Like, let's get him standing on something.
That's the pedestal.
Fuck, dude. Yeah.
He's going to stand on the pedestal.
We need him to stand on the pedestal. So I don't know. It's funny. And then we realized we hired somebody to build a fucking Street Fighter game and beyond, like a full-blown 3D video game, which we're not doing any longer.
And that's my bad, because I hired him, actually. But I'm a little confused when the game became Street Fighter, if I'm being honest.
That's my bad.
Maybe I was just following orders, because like my intention was to never build Street Fighter. I can't remember when that happened.
You left me in this fucking sewer closet by myself, and I'm talking to stickers all
Easy
day.
trigger warning.
So,
Now we need to label. We got to put Ken's gonna roll a screen at the beginning of the podcast.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Sue Claus, but no one would get that. So
yeah,
if I say
now they
Sue
will because
Claus,
they subscribe.
Right, they're locked in.
That's how inside jokes work. Because that becomes Sue Cla, Sue Clo, maybe even.
Yeah, there's also Supla, which
I think we did.
You gotta go 2 years back for Supla.
I don't know if we released that episode. I think I told you we couldn't release it.
Oh yeah, because there was that actual Sue in that one. Point is, that's my bad. I created a Street Fighter because I'm in this fucking closet all day by myself, and we hired someone because we really like the fight animations. We actually at one point I remember Jack saying like, "What's gonna make or break this game is the fighting animations." So I think we just we kept that domino going, and it was the wrong direction.
That actually, what he said is true. I think we were just all confused. Like,
right.
It's not.
Well, I heard that and I'm like, oh, we're gonna build Street Fighter, and you're like, no, it's Among Us.
No, I was also confused at the time, but it's like, incredible fight sequences could be Street Fighter real-time physics, like Unity. We're building in 3D, and like it's almost like when you have a joystick and you're actually controlling the character.
Right. I thought about it for a second.
What I was trying to, the incredible fight sequences I'm talking about and have been trying to build is just like Among Us funny animations.
Yeah.
But we all got, and this is like what happens when you're in the weeds and you're just doing the thing and you're on track. It took us like, you kind of get to the breaking point and then all of us step back and it's like, wait, this is all wrong.
Right.
And
right. Luckily, sometimes that'll happen and there's no right. Like you don't know what the right is. You just know the wrong. Here we knew the wrong and we recognized like we had the right almost immediately, maybe because we had it 6 months ago. But like it's a good feeling. We just got to figure out like we have a developer for fucking 3D Street Fighter, and can he now learn to do just Duolingo trivia game? Is he the best person to do that? How does that work? One thing I did learn about management though, and this comes from your brother Jack, and actually a lesson I learned from a hockey team. If you want to bring in the hockey team,
I'd really like to get to Michael Reeves, but if you want to go to hockey first, that's fine.
Well, just give people the context and let them try and solve the problem versus just like, hey, this isn't going to work out. Like I'm just dictating from the top. It's a bit faster, but it can be harsh, and often you'll get a better way going the other way. Like the hockey thing, really quick. Our first season, there are a couple of people that wouldn't come, so I'm just like, I sent them a text message like, hey, you didn't come to stuff. You're not going to be on the team next season. That was taken pretty harshly. The second season, we had some people in a similar camp, but I sent them a message like, hey, you didn't show up. Like, what do you want to do going forward? I'm like, yeah, I wish I showed up more. Probably better if I just don't play next season. Like, oh, they're the ones that cut themselves. I didn't have to fucking be the dick.
That's there's also, I liked this. We had this back in the day, but a good like cold outreach ping. Like if you're in a similar camp, let's say you're working on someone and they ghost you, working with someone on a partnership or a project or whatever, and they ghost you. One way you can ping them back is just asking like, "Did you give up on this?" ?
That's kind of Duolingo like message.
Duolingo what? Oh, that's their notification.
Duo, the bird will be like, "Did you give up?"
This is like a known thing because it's like, like we were working on this. Did you give up on this? It's kind of like a. It's not that you want to make somebody feel bad, but like internally they should be like, "Oh yeah, I did drop the ball."
Yeah, they should do that for my YouTube videos. But I did actually give up on that.
No, dude, it's a classic, and this is what I've learned. But it's a classic, like, because you were like, Krishna, like, let me know if you need help drafting the message to our dev team and like figuring out what you want to do. And I'm like, well, you could just meet with him, just talk to him, just tell him like, just paint the vision with it. Like, this is what's in front of us. What do you think? And it's the classic, like, if you want to go fast, go alone, or like go your way. Like, we've made the decision. Here's the memo or whatever. If you want to go far, you got to go together. So that's been the big. big learning point in our new season of life and the podcast.
Right. It's pretty much unlearning all the bad Naval habits we had in the past, which is kind of funny. Because the balance is somewhere in the middle.
I was telling Sam that today, actually, on a different topic, but like the answer to almost everything is almost always somewhere in the middle. Naval has transcended a lot of things, and therefore can be extreme or polar or black and white. It's like not really how the real world works. But it's good to have the Navals in your back pocket. Like wow, there goes Michael Reeves. But I just had one the other day, right, where I finally, so we had 4 of us, me, Jack, Dan, and Sam, kind of working on like a maelstrom of stuff. And I was just kind of letting them work on that. And it was very much of the like, just let people do what people do, right? Let them take ownership, let them own their project and do it, whatever. But after like 2 weeks, something wasn't sitting right in my gut. And so after like 2 weeks, I had the Naval in my back pocket, which was like, guys, this is chaos. Stop everything. We just need to do one thing. And just kind of cleaned up with a Navalism. So
even had a little andon cord in there. That was nice.
Andon.
You didn't say it. That was
Andon. Toyota.
Just pulled that puppy.
Yeah.
Stopped everything.
That's for the OG subscribers right there. Little andon cord.
Dude. Suplas will get that one. So what? We're toast on Reeves?
Well, I mean, my retention's toast on Reeves. No, it's just funny. Like, if we were to do this right, and it's like title, thumbnail, first 30 seconds, Michael Reeves. We're at 18 minutes, and we're just gonna open the video after talking about all of our personal business stuff for 17 minutes.
Retention trick, dude. I mean, we could start and stop. This is already a full episode.
No, I still want to do Reeves. Can we do Reeves?
Yeah, stop this one, then do Reeves.
Oh no, that is not how we. That's not how we roll.
Right on.
Let it roll. But how's this work? Do I just share my screen, or like does Ken need to edit Reeves on in post?
This is your thread, dude. I already did my thread. I came prepared for that. I can't even fucking so far away. I can't even see the screen.
How bad do you want to do Reeves? Okay, here. Let me tell you why I like Reeves.
That's why I fucking added 15 minutes of my own stuff.
Oh. Well,
I liked him in Minecraft. That was cool.
So let me tell you why I like Reeves, okay? I like Michael Reeves because, one, you are Michael Reeves, okay? This guy just disappears and then makes a banger like twice a year.
I do. Yeah, they're bangers.
Actually, yeah, the top comments are usually pretty funny. Man pops out of nowhere and then dies for months at a time. Here's our yearly Michael video. See you next year. So that's why I like. Okay, but anyway, this video I thought is like some things I like. Humor. He has some crazy cinematography in this video, like out of nowhere. I didn't know he could do that. Storytelling, explainers, 3D. Sorry, not 3D stuff. Green screen stuff. And then overarching all of that, one of my favorites is just his willingness to figure it out.
Yeah,
and he does that with like Michael Reeves with the moped. Michael Reeves to me is just proof that like everything is figure outable.
Yeah,
just YouTube, ChatGPT, Replit, all the things we've been talking about, whatever, everything's figure outable. So let's not make this too in depth. I think we'll watch pretty quick. Just holler if you want to stop. All right. There's probably only like 3 points I would want to stop at.
I want to buy.
Wait, are we going to watch this whole thing?
This is your thread. It's also a little bit loud.
A motorcycle.
Ow. Ow. Oh, another thing I like? This was my side hustle in college.
3 things, huh?
This was my side hustle in college. And he, using AI, automates it and makes it funny. So my arbitrage trick was buying stuff cash on Craigslist with my negotiation formula calculator and then selling it on eBay and pocketing the spread. Basically what I could negotiate.
Right.
Any questions about that from you?
No, it's just funny that you did that.
Yeah, I was making like 30 grand a year.
I know
for
we're all
like 2
kind of
years.
jealous.
Yeah. Yeah. So those were the humble beginnings. We did an episode on that.
I'm a drug addict, and my drug of choice.
Dude, Yanni.
Lowballing people on Facebook Marketplace. If you've never
Did you?
experienced
So, I'm
this
sorry.
narcotic, allow me to.
I might pause every 2 seconds. Did you see his little jiggle?
Yeah, when it stopped. Also, I love that cut short hook.
My drug of choice is lowballing people on Facebook Marketplace. If you've never
The
experienced this
board
narcotic, allow me to
behind him?
paint
Yeah,
you a
right.
picture. It's 2 a.m. You have work to do, but instead you are lowballing the shit out of some guy named Greg. But do not misunderstand. You aren't here to buy. You are here to
Dude, if we
gamble
could
on the
employ this
idea
guy
that
to be
one
a
of
funny
these
editor.
poor motherfuckers will say yes to your lowball offer one day, instantly catapulting you into the stratosphere of euphoric galaxy feeling. They'll have to shoot you up with Narcan to wake you up. Have I ever successfully lowballed someone? Yeah, I mean, a couple of times. I actually lowballed a guy for this truck. But if I'm being honest, 90% of the
sick
time
truck.
they ignore me because I'm just
I'd
not
love
that
to have
good at
that truck.
negotiating. But I really want
Tacoma
a
or
motorcycle
Tundra?
cheap. So
What-
the
not
only
Tundra.
logical conclusion.
Are you
I will use
talking?
AI to write a
Can you hear
bot
me?
that communicates with the seller and
Pause
negotiates
it.
for me on Facebook.
Can you hear me?
I just hear mumbly you because he's at 200% volume and you're at 10%.
Do you think Ken can fix that?
Yeah, it'll be separate. But I can't respond to you while the video is talking, just so you know.
Well, I turned him way down. Is he still really loud for you?
It's pretty loud. But fucking is what it is. Just pause it if you want to talk about something.
Well,
Or you can talk to yourself.
It's a
I
15-minute
just can't.
video, and I gotta go at some point, so I'd love to just keep him rolling. I'm just talking to myself. That's fine.
All right.
And I can hear you. So if you want to hoot and holler because you want to make a point,
Async.
just
dude.
like
async.
just do one
live
of these.
streamers.
Oh yeah. So for our 5 audio listeners, you should definitely be watching this on YouTube. You've got nothing to do here. Actually, it's video on Spotify. Open the video. Thank you, Reese. Okay. Dude, you made me miss. You made me miss like the best part so far.
Oh, all right.
Let me turn it up a little bit. Fuck all of this.
Pussy baby man would for me on Facebook Marketplace. It's what a pussy baby man would say. It's not going to negotiate. The sole
Green
purpose
screen.
of this bot is to fuck with people on Facebook Marketplace. To lowball them nonstop. To break them down psychologically. Negotiating is for terrorists. And these people are worse than terrorists. Then, when they're at their lowest, I'll swoop in with an offer and give a massive discount. And they'll have no fucking idea.
We're not going to watch this whole video. Okay?
There he is.
So for the audience, go watch this Michael Reeves video. Go watch all of his videos. They're super bingeable. What we can do is just go to the Minecraft section because I'd never seen an explainer like this. I don't know if, like our friend Binky, did he build all of this Minecraft?
I guess I don't know how that works.
Let's see. Well, he built it. He did an explainer, and then all of a sudden he's in Minecraft too for the explainer. So
I'm using a VPN. Oh,
how does a VPN
maybe
work?
it's the VPN. So I start researching. Normally when they log into Facebook, everyone has a different IP address. But people using a VPN all look like they're coming from the same IP address.
I am massively simplifying.
So
Oh, I
100,000
miss that guy.
requests from the same place make it pretty
Tom
obvious
Scott.
that IP address is a VPN. Companies will keep a big list of these addresses. They're called known proxy lists. So Facebook trusts these accounts less. Well, then how did I...
Dude, come on, Jan.
Dude. Yeah.
And
in the box. Looks like Sukla, honestly. That's me right now, dude.
That's
Talking
you
to a wall just
8
like
hours
that.
a day from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., which is not work hours. I don't know what hours those are.
This is yeah, I feel like I just clocked in. Fucking dark outside. No, it's actually sick. Like he's really good at explaining, super simple. Like that seemed like it could have been a hard topic and it was just like this is dope.
And it's
I get
funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
And then to the figure it outable point, and we won't watch anything, but he buys this, the pinnacle, the climax of the video is he buys this broken moped for like, I don't know. He saves like $30, to be honest, with this crazy algorithm. He spent $34. Spent however many months it took to make this video is how long he spent making this AI agent. And, it's a non-working, this is where my world's merged because I also really like the niche of YouTube videos where they take cars that have been sitting in a field for like 35 years. And then I've told you this, but they spend the entire 45-minute video getting the thing to go boom. And they do that.
Man.
What?
I'm just thinking like he's only missing a cameo from Bruno Mars, and
Oh,
it's
dude,
the perfect video for you.
literally,
Always missing.
literally. But so he gets this super broken thing, and through some YouTube videos, he cranks it and he gets it working. He explains how a carburetor works in like 2 sentences, which was incredible. And here's that dopamine feeling of everything is figured outable. Oh, I missed it.
So this definitely won't be what fixes it. Oh.
That's like, dude, like inject that in my veins. Going from something broken to like an engine running. It's what?
My favorite part was he basically just did the turn it off and on for like 3 different parts.
That's you might like these engine videos because that's what it is. They're checking like battery, spark plug. Does the engine have fuel and air?
Dude.
Carburetor.
So,
and you just diagnose those 3 problems.
Michael Reeves, but I can't get in the shot. I got my bike over here, and and the throttle. Yesterday it's been getting stuck when I go full speed, and so it's kind of cool. At first, I was like, I almost crashed into ongoing traffic oncoming, and but now I learned I just have an autopilot, whatever you call that. What's the
yeah.
So it's kind of cool, but now I'm like,
that used to happen to me in the cold.
I'm like, maybe I figured out why. Yeah.
Did you figure it out?
Well, I don't know, but I'm inspired.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
A couple pieces of advice. One, on a Super 73, if you just press the brakes, it shuts off the throttle. So you should be able to still use your brakes. You try that?
I'd be really dumb if I died because I just didn't hit the brakes. It's actually, I don't mean to stop your list, but the Prius thing, remember the Priuses were all crashing?
Because the pedals would get stuck to the floor or whatever?
Yeah, I guess you probably listened to the Gladwell on it, but it wouldn't actually get stuck. It was just people thought they were hitting the brake and they were hitting the gas.
Right. It was a perception thing.
Yeah.
Why? It was in the wrong place, or it was slightly off or something?
I forget what the reason was. Something changed, and yeah, they just thought they were hitting the brake, and they were the ones killing themselves when they thought it was the car.
Yeah.
My bad. Point two,
WD-40, water displacement 40.
Mm.
I'd try some of that in there. It's a nice lubricant, displaces water, gets rid of rust. Shouldn't short any electronics, but don't hold me to that.
Nice.
Yeah. I have. The invention of WD-40. Yeah. You got any weekend threads or five?
Oh, nice, dude. I got a dinner party I got to go to right now, which is cool. I have friends.
Right now?
It was the ones where I went to Diarrhea, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And so it's funny. I'm like, I hope they don't listen to that because I kind of talk about some tea. So maybe they will, and maybe we'll talk about it. But probably not because there's only 87 people that listen to the podcast.
I really had to finish that sentence.
Well, I realized
Incomplete thought.